covered soft in gold, with the evening sun behind us and the radio playing low. There were fields beyond the fences, there were clouds across the blue, and every mile felt easy when I traveled it with you. We had no perfect journey, we had storms we had to face, but love was in the turning, and mercy gave us grace. Take me down the road that led us home, where the old songs used to roam, where every sunset on the windshield made the lonely heart feel known. Take me down the road that led us home, where the golden memories stay. Every mile we crossed together still lights my heart today. There were diners by the highway, there were letters in the seat, there were prayers beneath the silence when the road felt incomplete. You would laugh and call me darling, I would sing a little wrong, and the whole world felt forgiven in the shelter of that song. Now the years have changed the landscape and the signs have worn away, but every time the music rises, I am home with you today. Take me down the road that led us home, where the old songs used to roam, where every sunset on the windshield made the lonely heart feel known. Take me down the road that led us home, where the golden memories stay. Every mile we crossed together still lights my heart today. Ooh, the road still knows, ooh, where the old love goes, ooh, every melody brings your heart back home to me. If time would give one evening on that road beneath the sky, I would hold your hand more gently and never wonder why. For love is not a distance that the years can leave behind. It lives inside the old songs and the roads we keep in mind. Take me down the road that led us home, where the old songs used to roam, where every sunset on the windshield made the lonely heart feel known. Take me down the road that led us home, where the golden memories stay. Every mile we crossed together still lights my heart today. Take me down the road that led us home, where our simple dreams were true, where every prayer beneath the stars still leads me back to you. Ooh, the road still knows, ooh, where the old love goes, ooh, every melody brings your heart back home to me. and the evening starts to roam, I'll meet you in the memory on the road that led us home.
On Cedar Lane, where the porch boards sigh, and the cornfields wait beneath a cloudless sky, there's a rain barrel by a garden gate, holding stories of a patient faith. Nora June lived in a house of pine, with blue glass jars on the windowsill line, a patchwork curtain and a screen door song, and a Bible that had carried her all life long. She lost her husband in an autumn rain, but kept his roses by the walking lane. Every morning with the sunrise low, she talked to God where the green beans grow. The summer came with a thirsty hand, cracked the creek and hardened the land. Cattle stood by the dusty fence, and every prayer felt heavy and tense. But Nora said the Lord still knows where the hidden water flows. Even when the clouds don't show their face, there's still provision underneath His grace. There was faith in the rain barrel on Cedar Lane, waiting through the dry spell, waiting through the pain. Not much to look at, just wood and iron rings, but the Lord can fill an empty place with everlasting things. When the sky stayed silent and the fields turned plain, hope kept standing by the rain barrel on Cedar Lane. The town had gathered by the courthouse wall, counting what was left for one and all. Some had wells gone bitter and low, some had children with nowhere to go. Nora brought a wagon down the road with mason jars and a humble load. Said, I ain't got plenty, but I've got some, and mercy grows when it starts to run. She poured out water for the smallest hands, for widows, flowers, and garden lands. No one knew how her barrel stayed halfway full at the end of each day. A little girl asked Miss Nora how, when there ain't one cloud above us now. Nora smiled as the daylight waned. Child, God remembers every drop of rain. She didn't speak like a prophet proud, she didn't call down thunder from a cloud. She just gave what she could not keep, and trusted heaven with the deep. There was faith in the rain barrel on Cedar Lane, waiting through the dry spell, waiting through the pain. Not much everlasting things when the sky stayed silent and the fields turned plain. Hope kept standing by the rain barrel on Cedar Lane. By August heat the dust blew red, and worry slept in every bed. The old church garden had nearly died, with yellow leaves on either side. Nor walked there at the break of dawn, carrying water till her strength was gone. One cup for tomatoes, one for beans, one for every little mustard seed. Folks began to follow her there. Some brought buckets, some brought prayers, some brought nothing but tired knees, and knelt down low beneath the trees. Then a wind moved soft through the county line, bent the grass like a holy sign, and somewhere far past the western hill, the thunder answered quiet and still. Sometimes the blessing don't rush in fast. Sometimes the first drop is meant to last. Sometimes the miracle starts so small, you almost don't see it come at all. A cup of water, a neighbor's hand, a widow standing on thirsty land, a barrel waiting, a heart made brave, a God who knows what love can say. Cedar Lane, where the porch boards sigh, rain still sings when the clouds roll by. To say, my child, don't be afraid. Every doubt that filled my mind left the moment you drew near. Now I walk in truth, I find there's no reason left for fear. When you call my name, I will answer. When you call my name, I will answer. Through the fire and flame, I will answer. When you lead the way, I will follow. Every night and day, I will follow. I will trust in what you say.
The day we followed the sunset, the sky was burning gold, with the radio playing softly, and your hand for me to hold. There were fields beside the highway, there were clouds like painted flame, and every mile before us seemed to softly say your name. We had no place we had to be, no treasure left to find, just two hearts and an old song, and a love that felt kind. Take me back to that sunset road, where the golden memories shine, where every old song on the radio made your heart feel close to mine. Take me back to that sunset road, where the warm winds used to roam. Every mile we drove together still knows the way back home. You were laughing by the window, with the evening in your eyes. I was singing out a rhythm underneath those painted skies. There were churches in the distance, there were barns of faded red, there were dreams we never noticed. In the little things we said, now the years have crossed the valley, and the roads have changed their view. But every sunset on the highway still brings me back to you. Take me back to that sunset road, where the golden memories shine, where every old song on the radio made your heart feel close to mine. Take me back to that sunset road, where the warm wind
morning, from the days when love was new. I would hold that road more slowly, just to spend more time with you. For love is not behind us when the old songs start to play. It follows like the sunset at the closing of the day. Where the golden memories shine, where every old song on the radio made your heart feel close to mine. Take me back to that sunset road, where the warm winds used to roam. Every mile still knows. Take me back to that sunset road, where our simple hearts were true, where every prayer beneath the sky was leading. When the evening turns to gold and the old song softly play, I'll meet you on that sunset road, where love still lights the way. The old hymn beneath the pines still echoes through the trees, where the Sunday morning sunlight fell like gold upon the leaves. Mama sang it softly, with her Bible in her hand. Daddy stood there quiet, like a faithful gentleman. Time may change the hillside, and the old path may be gone, but every breeze through those pines still carries that sweet song. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines every line that makes me whole. There were children chasing sunlight. There were flowers by the lane. There were hands that held together through the sunshine and the rain. Grandma hummed the harmony. With a tear she tried to hide. And I learned that grace could find me with the Lord close by my side. Now the years have crossed the valley, and the road has changed its view. But when the old songs find me, I am standing there with you. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines still lifts my weary soul. Every note a golden memory, every line that makes me whole. Pine sway, ooh, like yesterday. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. If I could walk that hillside one more morning in the light, I would thank the Lord for every song that held me through the night. For love is in the stillness, in the roots beneath the ground. Every prayer we sang back then still rises in the song. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines still lifts my weary soul. Every note a golden memory, every line that makes me whole. The old hymn beneath the pines still reminds me I am blessed by the hands that prayed above me, and the love that gave me rest. Ooh, let the morning rises and the old songs softly shine, I find my way back home again, to the hymn beneath the pines.
Down by the chapel, where the red dirt road runs past the cotton and the fields of gold, there's an old pine pew where the sunlight falls, and a quiet story written on the walls. Clara Beth cleaned the church each Friday night with a kerosene lamp and a bucket of white. She swept the floor where the prayers had been, then locked the door when the moon rolled in. She knew every hymn book, every window crack, every name carved in the pews out back, every tear that had fallen on that altar rail, every whispered hope too tired to tell. But one cold morning after county rain, she found muddy footprints by the window pane, and under the third pew, tucked from view, sat a little pair of worn-out shoes. The leather was split, the laces were gone, but somehow they looked like they had carried someone home. Clara bowed low with the broom in her hand and felt the Lord speak where she didn't understand. There were shoes beneath the church pew, covered up in clay, like a prayer that walked through trouble just to find a place to stay. Not a sermon in the rafters, not a choir dressed in blue, just mercy waiting quietly in those shoes beneath the church pew. When the world walks hard and the road cuts through, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. Sunday dawn, the town had heard of muddy shoes and a silent word. Some folks wondered who had slipped inside, some just shook their heads and passed on by. And little Annie from the Mill Road Bend came walking in with her mama's friend. Her dress was torn, her eyes looked down like she carried every whisper in town. Clara saw the child's bare feet, cold from the gravel, bruised from the street, and without one question, without one sound, she took her shawl and wrapped it around. The preacher paused near the altar flame, but Clara gently called Annie's name, said, "Child, the Lord don't measure grace by polished shoes or a perfect place." The room grew still, the fiddle would have cried had it been there, playing by the old church side, and every heart that had judged too soon saw heaven shining underneath that pew. Church pew covered up in clay, like a prayer that walked through trouble just to find a place to stay. Not a sermon in the rafters, not a choir dressed in blue, just mercy waiting quietly in those shoes beneath the church pew. When the world walks hard and the road cuts through, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. Next week brought a winter wind. Smoke hung low where the barns leaned thin. Annie's mama worked the laundry line, hands cracked open by the lying time. Folks began leaving by the chapel door, boots and coats they could spare no more. A Sunday hat, a sack of flour, a warm wool blanket for the midnight hour. Nobody signed a single name, nobody came to receive their praise. They just laid love where the dust had been and let the Lord do the gathering. By spring the church had opened wide, a little room on the northern side with shelves of bread and hand-me-down clothes and wildflowers planted in tidy rows. Sometimes grace wears Sunday white, sometimes it walks through mud at night, sometimes it comes with empty hands, still trusting God has bigger plans. Sometimes the lost don't need advice, just a door left open and a little light, a cup of soup, a place to cry, a faithful heart standing nearby. And every soul that's worn and used, every road with the bitter bruise can find the Savior waiting too, beside the shoes beneath the church pew. There were shoes beneath the church pew, covered up in clay, like a prayer that walked through trouble just to find a place to stay. Not a sermon in the rafters, not a choir dressed in blue, just mercy waiting quietly in those shoes beneath the church pew. Now there's hope beside the doorway, there's bread and kindness too. There's a town that learned compassion from the shoes beneath the church pew. When the world walks hard and the road cuts through, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. Yes, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. Down by the chapel, where the red dirt road runs past the cotton and the fields of gold. Down by the river bend I used to run, barefoot chasing that setting sun. Didn't know where the road would go, just a restless heart and a soul on the road. Years went by and the dust rolled in and tried to hide all the mess I'd been. Every turn took a piece of me till I lost what I used to be. Then I heard through the wind and trees a voice calling out to me. Down by the river bend I found your grace, right where my past couldn't hide my face. Every wrong, every broken part A acoustic guitar opens with a slow mountain country. Piggy manters with a lonely sunrise melody. Mandolin answers softly between the lines. Upright bass fades in warm and steady. Light drums build gently before vocal. Up past the ridge where the red clay winds, there's a little white chapel at Broken Pine, with a bell that rings when the cold wind blows, calling every lost heart home. Evelyn Carter kept the chapel keys in a coffee can beside her sewing machine. She swept the floor every Friday night and polished the cross in the window light. Her daddy built those cedar pews with working hands and Sunday shoes. Said this old place may not look grand, but heaven can still touch simple land. Years went by and the town grew thin. Fields went quiet, mills gave in, but Evelyn stayed when others moved on, singing old hymns till the daylight was gone. At the chapel at Broken Pine, grace still echoed through the timberline, where the weary kneeled and the wounded cried, and mercy met them side by side. When the road was rough and hope ran dry, there was still a light at the chapel at Broken Pine. One winter storm came rolling fast, covered every fence and pasture grass. Power lines fell by the county road, and the whole town shivered in the cold. Evelyn lit the chapel stove with shaking hands and a heart of hope. Then rang that bell through the frozen air, like a woman calling heaven down in prayer. Neighbors came with blankets and bread, lanterns swinging where the snow turned red. No one spoke of who was right or wrong. They just held each other and sang along. At the chapel at Broken Pine, grace still echoed through the timberline, where the weary kneeled and the wounded cried, and mercy met them side by side. When the road was rough and hope ran dry, there was still a light at the chapel at Broken Pine. By morning, smoke rose over the hill. The storm moved east and the valley stood still. But something changed in that little room, like spring had entered in the heart of gloom. Old friends forgave what time had stored. Two brothers spoke for the first time in years. A widow smiled through fallen tears and said the Lord was waiting here. Sometimes revival don't come with flame. Sometimes it whispers through the pain. Sometimes a chapel nearly lost to time becomes the place where grace still shines. Every board has heard a prayer, every window held despair, every nail and every stone knows the sound of coming home. And when the world feels cold and wide, when faith is hard to keep inside, the Savior stands where lanterns glow, near humble hearts in winter snow. At the chapel at Broken Pine, grace still echoed through the timberline, where the weary kneeled and the wounded cried, and mercy met them side by our side when the road was rough and hope ran dry. There was still a light at the chapel at Broken Pine. At the chapel at Broken Pine, broken hearts learn how to shine, not by strength, not by pride, but by the love of Christ alive. And the bell still rings when the cold winds rise, calling every lost heart home to the chapel at Broken Pine. Past the ridge, past the rain, grace still calls every name. There's still a light at the chapel at Broken Pine.
The summer fair on Maple Street had lights above the square, with music from the old bandstand floating through the evening air. You were standing by the carousel with ribbons in your hair, and I knew my heart had found a home the moment I saw you there. We were young and full of dreaming, with no worry in our eyes, and every little golden light looked like heaven in disguise. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. There were children chasing fireflies, there were pies upon the stand, there were church bells in the distance, and your hand inside my hand. We were laughing by the Ferris wheel as the stars began to show, and the whole town felt like music in the summer evening glow. Now the fairgrounds may be empty and the lights may fade from view, but every song from long ago still leads me back to you. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. Maple Street, ooh, where our hearts would meet. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. Time would light those lanterns one more evening in the square, I would hold your hand more gently and thank God I found you there. For love is not a season that disappears with rain. It lives inside the old songs and brings the fair back again. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. Take me back to Maple Street, where our simple dreams were true, where every line and every song still brings me back to you. Ooh, Maple Street, ooh, where our hearts would meet. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the summer evening turns the sky to amber light, I'll meet you at the fair again on Maple Street tonight.
In the quiet of the morning light, I can feel something deep inside, like a whisper calling out my name, gently saying I'm not the same. Every step that I have walked, every truth I never thought, led me closer to this place, surrounded by a deeper grace. I can hear it rising now, like a promise, like a vow. Voices of grace surround me, lifting my soul so gently. Every word, every sound feels like heaven all around. Voices of hope inside me, singing so softly, kindly. Now I know, now I see, this is where I'm meant to be. I was searching far and wide, trying hard to run and hide, but the truth was always near, in the songs I now can hear. Every voice begins to rise, like a light before my eyes. All the doubt is fading out, in this chorus all around. Now it's louder than before, like an open heaven door. Voices of grace surround me, lifting my soul so gently. Every word, every sound feels like heaven all around. Voices of hope inside me, singing so softly, kindly. Now I know, now I see, this is where I'm meant to be. No more fear, no more pain, only love will now remain. We are held, we are free, in this endless harmony. out by Revival Grove where the pine trees stand, and the red dust road meets the river sand. There's an old oak shade where the church folks came, and a little girl learned God knew her name. Lily May lived by the soybean field in a clapboard house with a patched up sill. Her mama worked nights at the laundry line, and her grandma prayed by the morning vine. They didn't have silk, didn't have lace, didn't have much but a table of grace. But Grandma Ruth had a needle and thread, and a song about Jesus beside her bed. When the summer revival came rolling through, with folding chairs and a sky so blue, Lily May wanted something fine to wear, but all she had was an old flour sack there. Grandma said, "Child, hold your head up high. The Lord sees beauty, the world walks by. What love is stitched with a faithful hand can shine like gold in a promised land." There was glory in a flour sack dress, stitched from the little that heaven blessed. Not made for praise, not made for show, but bright as mercy in the evening glow. When the world looked down, when shame pressed close, God saw a daughter the Father chose. And every heart at Revival Grove learned grace can bloom where the wildflowers grow. Sunday night came with a lantern moon, cicadas singing an old-time tune. Families gathered by the pasture fence, with hand fans moving in the humid wind. Lily walked in with her eyes turned low, barefoot dust between every toe. That flour sack dress had a faded blue line, but Grandma's stitches made it look just fine. Some girls laughed by the lemonade stand, pointed soft with their church-gloved hands. Lily's cheeks went red as clay, and she almost turned to run away. But Miss Clara from the choir row took her hand and wouldn't let go. Said, "Come sit here where the light comes through. There's room beside me made just for you." No trumpet sounded, no thunder rolled, just kinda stronger than silver or gold. And in that moment, beneath the trees, a wounded child started learning peace. There was glory in a flour sack dress, stitched from the little that heaven blessed. Not made for praise, not made for show, but bright as mercy in the evening glow. When the world looked down, when shame pressed close, God saw a daughter the Father chose. And every heart at Revival Grove learned grace can bloom where the wildflowers grow. The preacher spoke of a widow's mite, of lamps kept burning through the night, of lilies dressed by the Father's care, and sparrows seen in the open air. Lily listened with her small hands still, while the fiddle played from the chapel hill. And every word in that summer breeze felt like rain on thirsty leaves. Then the choir rose in gentle sound, women's voices all around, and Miss Clara nodded to Lily May like heaven had opened up the way. Lily stood with a trembling chin, let one soft chorus rise within, and by the time the song was done, half the grove was crying in the setting sun. Sometimes the Lord takes what we hide and turns it into holy smiled, and a box of dresses in her truck bed piled. Every summer when revival came, she'd hang them neat on a cedar frame for any child with a worried face who needed clothing and a little grace. One old dress stayed behind the door, faded blue from the years it wore. The flour sack seams were thin and pale, but still held love like a country veil. And Lily said when the young ones cried, don't let this world steal your holy pride. The Lord can take what looks like less and crown it with his tenderness. There was glory in a flour sack dress, stitched from the little that heaven blessed. Not made for praise, not made for show, but bright as mercy in the evening glow. When the world looked down, when shame pressed close, God saw a daughter the Father chose. And every heart at Revival Grove learned grace can bloom where the wildflowers grow. There is glory in the humble things, in patched up cloth and broken strings, in open hands.
The old rocking chair still sits beside the fire, where Grandma told her stories when the evening winds grew higher. There was tea upon the table, there were shadows on the floor, and every little memory still walks through that old door. Time may wear the wood down and the cushion may grow thin, but love still rocks so gently where the old songs begin. The old rocking chair still carries me away to the golden years of laughter and the prayers we used to say. The old rocking chair still moves inside my soul like a song from long ago that keeps my heart from growing cold. Mama stood there in the doorway with a smile so soft and kind. Daddy hummed an old tune softly from a sweeter, simpler time. There were children on the carpet, there were stories after rain, and I never knew those evenings would be hard to find again. Now the house is only memory and the room is quiet and bare, but I still hear the music from that old rocking chair. The old rocking chair still carries me away to the golden years of laughter and the prayers we used to say. The old rocking chair still moves inside my soul like a song from long ago that keeps my heart from growing cold. Family back to me. If I could sit beside her one more evening by the flame, I would ask her all the questions that the years could never name. For love is in the silence,
in the stories and the prayer, and every heart that loved me still is rocking gently there. The old rocking chair still carries me away to the golden years of laughter and the prayers we used to say. The old rocking chair still moves inside my soul, like a song from long ago that keeps my heart from growing cold. The old rocking chair still reminds me I am blessed by the hands that held my childhood and the love that gave its best. Ooh, let it rock me slow. Ooh, where the old winds blow. My family back to me. So when the evening settles and the old songs fill the air, I close my eyes and find her in the old rocking chair.
Woke up with a song inside, couldn't keep this joy to hide. Every step I take today feels like walking in His grace. All the weight I used to feel, now I know His love is real. Every worry fades away when I lift my voice and say, clap your hands and sing out loud, let His name be lifted proud. From the valley to the sky, lift your voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in, let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same, there is power in His name. Much more in His love, I'm standing free. That's the way it's meant to be. Clap your hands and sing out loud, let His name be lifted proud. From the valley to the sky, lift your voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in, let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same, there is power in His name. voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in. Let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same. There is power in His name. Clap your hands and sing. Clap your hands and sing. From the first step that I took, I was writing in a book. Didn't know what it would mean, didn't know what I would see. Every choice I thought was mine was a thread within your line. Even when I couldn't tell, you were writing every step. I was chasing something far, looking past where you already are. Every answer that I tried left me empty deep inside. Then I heard it in the quiet, something I could not deny. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Every step, every breath, you were guiding all I left. Looking back, I see it clear. Every doubt, every fear wasn't wasted, wasn't lost. You were there through every cost. All the times I turned away, still you chose for me to stay. Every road I thought was wrong led me where I now belong. Every moment, every place was a part of hidden grace. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Through the night, through the fall, you were with me through it all. You were there every day, even when I lost my way. Now I see what you've done. You were there from the start. From the first step to forever, you have left my side, no, never. Every page, every line was held safely in your time. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Through the night, through the fall, you were with me through it all. You were there every day, even when I lost my way. Now I stand and I say, you have never gone away. From the first step to forever, you were there from the start. where the dust hangs low, past the soybean fields and the old silo. There's a feed store bell with a weathered ring and a hymn book worn from everything. At a pearl opened at 5:30, with flour on her hands and faith in her eyes. Stacked sweet corn sacks by the window frame and swept the floor while she whispered his name. Her daddy built that store from pine back when the railroad still crossed county line. But years had bent the roof and beams like life bends down our brightest dreams. On the counter by the coffee tin where farmers came to talk and grin, there lay a hymn book cracked and gray, open wide to come what may. Ada said some folks need seed, some need a rope or wire, some come in carrying silence like a house that lost its fire. And when words were hard and hearts were sore, she let that old hymn book say a little more. There was healing in the feed store, on a dust road plain and poor, not in silver, not in thunder, just grace by an open door. Every page had a tear stain, every song had carried war, but Jesus met the broken through the hymn book in the feed store. When the world felt heavy and hope was hard to hold, mercy started singing where the cracked pine floorboards roll. One Tuesday came with the bitter sky, rain in the ditch and smoke up high. A widow named Mary from the river bend walked in alone without a friend. She bought no seed, she bought no grain, just stood there shaking from grief and brain. Her wedding ring loose on her trembling hand, like she was losing more than land. Ada poured coffee in a chip blue cup, didn't ask why, didn't hurry her up, and turned that hymn book soft and slow to a song her mama used to know. Mary's lips moved before she knew, like spring coming back through winter blue. And by the second verse she cried, but something lost came alive inside. Ada never called it a miracle loud, never drew a circle, never gathered a crowd, but Mary left with her shoulders raised and a little more light in her rainy days. There was healing in the feed store, on a dust road plain and poor, not in silver, not in thunder, just grace by an open door. Every page had a tear stain, every song had carried war, but Jesus met the broken through the hymn book in the feed store. When the world felt heavy and hope was hard to hold, mercy started singing where the cracked pine floorboards roll. By summer heat, the whole town knew that old worn book had a work to do. Truckers stopped between county runs, mothers came in with their restless sons, a farmer who lost his field to fire, a teacher worn down and growing tired, a girl with dreams too big for home, a man ashamed to walk alone. They'd leave their names on paper scraps, tucked between the songs and maps. Ada prayed them one by one at closing time when the day was done. And one night when the wind blew hard, lightning struck near the cattle yard. The feed store roof caught a line of flame and folks came running through smoke and rain. Sometimes the things that hold our prayers are not the things that last. Sometimes God lets the wood burn down, but saves the love we passed. A page may tear, a roof may fall, but mercy has a way of rising store. Now the walls are built from new pine, and the bell rings like before. But the same old song is waiting by the counter near the door. When the world feels heavy and hope is hard to hold, mercy still starts singing where the faithful stories roll. There is healing in the feed store, where the wounded come once more. Jesus keeps on calling through the hymn book in the feed store. On Harvest Road, where the dust hangs low, morning breaks where the soybeans grow. And it turns the page again for every stranger, every friend. There was healing, there was mercy,